Let me start off by saying this. Separating art from the artist is hard as hell. We live in an era where public opinion and one wrong soundbite could ruin your entire career. And I'm honestly not even just talking about famous people. I've seen countless people on the internet lose their jobs over disputes stemming from race, mental health, and political opinion. And whether or not I believe that those people deserve to lose their jobs or positions of power, I think that we can all agree that in this day and age we have to watch what we say, when we say it, who we say it to, as well as what opinions we share. Because day by day, separating the art from the artist is becoming more and more difficult. Look, I've set out this to ask, as hard as it's become to separate the art from the artist, what happens when someone can't separate the art of fiction from real life? I've been seeing a lot of discourse about the hit FX series gone Netflix original You, starring Penn Badgley, which follows Joe, a librarian with a dark past of parental abuse from both his estranged and birth parents. I'll come out and say it right now. Joe is a serial killer, stalker, all-around bad dude, who in his own mind is fully justified at times for committing the crimes he does. Throughout the first 3 seasons, Joe racks up a body count of 9, 10 if you count baby Joe's first murder at like 8 years old, all ranging from 2 of his love interests to a comedian gone sick creep. The themes of the first 2 seasons is Joe on his quest to find the right one and the lengths he'll go to protect the relationships that he's literally stalked and murdered his way into. The theme of the 3rd season is him realizing that the love that he's found wasn't really worth it at the end. But of course, at the tail end of each season, the murdering and stalking and overall mad villainy that Joe participates in throughout the season catches up with him. And at the end of each season, by the grace of whichever god he may serve, he always gets away with it. He changes his name, he changes his identity, and he moves from place to place. Now, on the internet, and I think you should be able to guess which sites I'm talking about, it shouldn't be that hard, I've seen people throw criticism the show's way, stating with how realistic a situation like this can be in real life is more damaging than good to try to make Joe seem redeemable in any way. And to that, I disagree. Joe is a bad dude. He's not a good dude. The only redeeming quality about him is that he's played by a man universally appreciated for his good looks in Penn Badgley. Through the first 3 seasons, Joe is 100% the villain of the show, but people don't believe that solely due to the fact that he's the main character and is mostly shown in his point of view. But even then, he still looks nuts throughout the whole series. Another reason why people don't believe that Joe is the main villain of the show is that during the show, we get insight of Joe's childhood, his abuse by his parents along with Mr. Mooney, and we also see how much of a loving boyfriend he is to his love interests. But at the end of the day, he ends up killing 2 of them. So him looking like a loving boyfriend in one scene shouldn't mean shit when he's literally chopping up the bodies of dead people in the next. You throughout the first 3 seasons is nothing but the adventures of a sadistic serial killer, his quest for love, and how he would go through any length to feel secure within his given relationships, even murder. Something that a lot of people who consume this media fail to understand is that the main character can always double up as the villain. I would love to see a Scream movie from the point of view of the person behind the mask, slowly but surely descending into madness as they decide, you know what, man, I'm gonna kill this whole group of people, and they mama, and they daddy, they dog, and they cousin. That would be such a refreshing take on the series as a whole. But with all this being said, I do understand where most of the criticism is coming from, especially after watching You Season 4, where they substitute the serial killer tendencies for more of a Sherlock Holmes whodunit type of murder mystery. Knowing what we know, the shows that we've been subjected to in the past 5 to 10 years, and the real life events that have occurred, I can see why a show about a serial killer killing and stalking his girlfriend and girlfriend's girlfriends and shit like that, I can see why that's unappealing. But again, it's all fiction. It's fake. Nothing can hurt you. Someone enjoying a horror movie as psycho murderer villain shouldn't cause you to look at them any differently, or the person that wrote them any differently. But then there's Nate Jacobs. Now, this is the part of the video where I throw everything I just said out of the window and become YouTube's biggest hypocrite. To this point, the whole moral of this video was you should not be judged for liking characters that aren't meant to be liked. But with Euphoria's Nate Jacobs, it's quite the opposite. Not only should you be judged for liking Nate Jacobs' character, but if you hate this piece of shit as much as I do, we should be friends. Hi, how you doing? My name's Micah. Nice to meet you. This all-American, long tan and handsome son of a is everything I hate about the human race. From the fact that he gets away with virtually everything, from abuse to revenge to blackmail to even more abuse, to the fact that everything, non-drug related of course, that goes wrong in this show all leads back to him. Jules running away season 1 and Rue relapsing, which is crazy. That's a drug whatever. Nate's fault. The two baddest pair of best friends ever falling out, his fault. The crazy scene where he held a gun up to Maddie's head. The fact that he kept the sex tape of his father and Jules. What the is wrong with bro? Listen, I hate this sick, sadistic, CTE having son of a sadistic, CTE having bitch. I gotta admit, that felt good. But let me reel it back in. Look, guys, like who you like. It's just fiction. It's not that deep. Nate Jacobs can't hurt me. Even though he would never have the chance, I would beat. He can't hurt me as much as Joe from You can hurt you. Watching a TV show and being mad that someone likes a character on a TV show that you like is borderline insane. But fuck Nate Jacobs. All of my homies hate Nate Jacobs. I really don't like that guy. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video, man. If you're new, like, comment, subscribe to the kid. Join the family. We on the road to 10K subscribers. Currently at 2,146. If you don't fuck with Nate Jacobs, say yeah. You know what I'm saying? I'll see you guys next time. Peace.
That's nice.